What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all, man? Hey, man, y'all had to forgive me. My intentions was pure, but you know, shoot, just been busy. But I still been, you know, able to put time away to try to go ahead and knock as many of these players out as possible. Um, so what I so what I did is I had did about a good 7 to 8 for the rest of their position groups. And then if we able to knock them out and get a feel for them, you know, then we can come back around and any player that I didn't knock out in the position groups previously, or if there's like some request or whatever, then we can get down to business and I can knock them out before the draft. So y'all can have a good idea, right? A real idea, not no, you know, I'm gonna watch a highlight and think he a good idea type of player. And also, I did see I did a lot of catching up yesterday. I was able to devote a lot of time to film. I probably was watching film for like a good 3 4 hours yesterday. So I was able to catch up a lot yesterday. And so I did. So before I begin on these linebackers real quick, I did watch Matthew Golden. Let me tell you something about Matthew Golden. If a team, especially our team, was to take that boy at number 12, it'll be a mistake. Why the hell would you draft him at number 12? But I'm not saying that like he ain't got no potential, right? He is a complimentary wide receiver, right? He did have a trash quarterback throwing him the ball, but a couple good things to note, right, is that he does get separation. And the wide receivers that's being hyped up this year, they don't get separation like that. So you can work with that, right? I know you little I was seeing I want to say in regards he kind of new to it, not true to it in regards to wide receiver position. I seen some of the routes he run pretty much for like speedy wide receivers, right? He was running a lot of I seen him running meshes, screens, seen him run slant, a corner, definitely vertical outs. So I did so, and he was able to get a lot of separation in the routes that I was seeing him run. Now he does need work as a route runner in regards to leaving space along that sideline for the quarterback, being able to stack these corners, right? Uh, I did see him high point the football, and this is all off my memory, y'all. My bad. I did see him high point the football. Um, I see him adjust his body to the ball. I did see that he was 50-50 in regards to catches with contact slash traffic. He was 50-50. Sometimes he'll make it, sometimes they'll knock it out, you know? And I need somebody with some strong hands. I don't think he got strong hands, but he is a complimentary wide receiver. Now, in regards to how you see it from a Dallas Cowboy point of view, right? Why in the hell would the Dallas Cowboys get another speedy wide receiver and you couldn't, and your quarterback couldn't get the ball to a speedy wide receiver that you got now, or at least that you had? That was what cooks, you know, unless you banking on that this man get ready to be up out of here another year or two, right? And you either gonna appoint the new quarterback we got. What's his name? I forgot his name, man. God dang. But the one from the Patriots, or you gonna draft one or whatever the case may be. I still think the Dallas Cowboys should go ahead and go draft one. I told y'all, man. Like I'm being real. I think they need to go get one of the white boy quarterbacks that they got. I'm looking at Dart. I'm looking at Rourke. Or push come to shove, maybe McCord. But definitely Dart and Rourke as as what they need to target. Dart may be a little bit premium for them in regards to their investment in regards, but I still don't think so. But if he didn't, Rourke, that's a day 2 pick. And you probably can do something with that. But yeah, cause I had to go look because I'm like I had to go see real quick. I'm like, what's up with all this Matthew Golden hype? Because I know we didn't watch that, and I really wasn't too impressed when I was watching the other cat. And I look, I'm like, okay, he gets separation, but he ain't like that. But but he could add something though, right? And the separation that he gets with his speed, that's an asset. That's an asset because a lot of these wide receivers that we was watching were struggling with separation. Do I think that he's better than a TCU wide receiver? No. Do I think Tet, if I would have watched Golden, would he have been in my top five? Absolutely. He probably would have been. He probably would have been top three for me, right? It would have been him. It'd have been a TCU wide receiver, Burden and Golden. So yeah, he would have been top five for me. Um, I probably would have him over Tet for sure. I would have bumped Tet down because I think he better than Tet, even with him being raw and everything. I think he better than Tet, and I think that what Golden brings is more more beneficial to the NFL game than Tet does because yeah. Hello, I don't like Tet like everybody. Yeah, you're right. You're right. There ain't nothing spectacular about drafting a complimentary wide receiver at number 12. That's crazy to me. That's very crazy to me for them to like a complimentary wide receiver and want him at 12. The only one that I seen out of what I think I probably don't watch maybe 13 wide receivers is the number one. The only seen that had number one potential was the TCU wide receiver, and that's what you take at 12 if that's what you're looking for, But who's to say? So, all right, guys. So what I will be doing, Higgins bigger, Higgins stronger. Uh, shit, Higgins don't be giving up on routes sometime. I think Higgins he creates more space, a little bit more separation than Tet too. I don't think Tet has a ceiling of T Higgins. I don't. Somebody said Drake London a while back. I think that'll be kind of close, a little closer than a T Higgins would be for Tet. But there's definitely right, even though Higgins ain't no burner, right? Um, he ain't no Higgins, man. Because I know time where Higgins struggled with Higgins struggle, right? It'd be because sometimes he lacks the speed too, right? He ain't no burner too. But Higgins, right? I even think his catch radius is probably a little bit better than Tet too. But Higgins, he still like understands a little bit how to try to use that and try to create a little bit more separation than Tet would. Right. Yeah, I agree, Hilla. I agree. I agree. So what I'm getting ready to do, y'all, I got like three. I want to say like three. I think I got three to present. So as soon as I get done with this, I'm gonna pop up on another live and get to presenting my other stuff. But we're gonna look at these linebackers first, though. We're gonna talk about these linebackers first, right? So my linebackers, man, the first one that I watched was Jihad Campbell from Bama, 6'3", 235. So this is what's up with Jihad Campbell. I seen him rush on the edge. That ain't it. That's not it for him. But he does got a solid first step, but he's not an edge rusher to me. He does run to the football. He's more of a will linebacker. He got a sack on the LSU tackle. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I watched him. I started on the tackles yesterday. Yes, made a good dent in them too. And boy, oh boy, do I have something to say about that LSU tackle. If any team draft that boy in the first round, you deserve to get slapped. But anyway, even though that was more of the quarterback fault, I did see that he got a sack on him, right? He does got a good burst. He should be a solid blitzer at the next level. Doesn't lock out on the offensive lineman when taking on blocks. Shedding is a weakness for him. He does need to be. He needs to clean that up. He needs to be clean when playing linebacker, traditional linebacker. He doesn't have good body control. He is a potential to have to be a QB spot. He need to learn how to scrape better. He doesn't have instincts. Just uses athleticism to make plays. Solid athlete. Technique is horrible. Uh, he need to work on sustaining drops, but he can give you a little depth from that position. I think he's better going forward though. I said he's a fake Michael Parsons. I think all these little players now is looking up to that boy, and yeah, man, I don't like it. I could tell when somebody trying to be like Michael Parsons, and I didn't like it. He got a little close. He got a little close in speed to him. He can feel when it's a wide open hole, right? His OU tape wasn't good, and you can run on him. You can run at him. Don't. So yeah, that was Jihad, and I seen that they was trying to act like Jihad was one of the ones. He not to me. They talking about drafting Hampton at 12. If they draft Hampton at 12, I heard it was like some WrestleMania this weekend. Y'all need to take Jerry Jones to WrestleMania and put one of them table matches in there and DDT him in one of them tables, man. If that boy went to draft Hampton at 12, man. Because that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I hope that's just like a smoke screen or something. But all right, Demetrius Knight, 6'2", 235, South Carolina. His eyes are slow. He took some bad angles. He doesn't stay square. He doesn't miss tackles when he get hands on the carrier, though. That's good. He fills the hole when he sees it. He's okay, but I believe his safety number 7, no, we ain't even talk about the safety. Okay. So the safety number 7 of South Carolina, who we gonna talk about next, probably. He will make a better linebacker than Demetrius Knight. He needs a lot of technique work. He need to work on block shedding and taking on blocks. I seen minimum snaps of coverage, but it looked okay when he was in coverage. Danny Stutzman, OU, 6'3", 233. Not the best athlete in the world. Probably going to struggle in space. One thing about him, he doesn't take on blocks well. He may have arm length issues. He shows that he can scrape and he does stay square. Can he get depth in deep drops? That's the question mark I have for him. His block shedding is trash. When he is free, he gets in on the ball. He got okay eyes. Out of position a lot because he doesn't use his hands. He has tight hips, and he may be more of a 34 inside backer. 34. Yeah, man. I had to keep it real about one of my Sooners. Wasn't what it seemed to be when you put that tape on. It wasn't what it seemed, man. I had to keep it real on that one, man. Man, I want to say his name is Carson Schweschinger. Man, I don't know how to say his name, man. 6'3", 242, UCLA. He shoots his gun nice, good speed. I heard he was a 1-year starter. If that's the case, that boy got potential. That's for sure. So if he's raw, man, yeah, man, that boy got potential. He got good closing speed. He moves well, good depth and drops. He always around the football. And one thing I like about his drops is that he does squeeze that airspace in them drops. I like that about him. He does need to work on staying square in the run game, though. because I be seeing them turn around. Like these young cats got this bad habit of like turning their back to the play, and that's a bad habit to have. Because soon as you turn your back, they can go the other way. You lose the football. They need to stop doing that. I was seeing corners and safeties doing that too. They need to stop doing that. He does got solid eyes for a 1-year starter. He got all the physical tools. If he get with a real linebacker coach, he can be real good, to be honest with you. He does scrape at times, though, right? So that's good. So you can tell he's learning. Like I said, he got a nose for the football. But he does need to improve his eyes. He can't overcommit like he does at times. Sometimes he misses a play because he overcommits. So he got to work on not overcommitting. He needs to clean up his block shedding. He has a lot of potential. Uh, he's a Mike or a Sam, but I'm pretty sure he can be a Mike and a 43 defense. And I did see that he does finish interceptions. So that's good, man. Kind of like I hate to make this comparison though, but it may be kind of like a Leighton Vander Esch. I hate to make that comparison. I hope that's not this. If anything, give me Leighton from the first year, right? But yeah, man, that's what it may got on that one. Let me see. All right, next one, man. Oh yeah, Kobe King, 6'1", 236, Penn State. So in a seam curl action, he got there, right? But he ain't locate the football. He didn't locate the football. He got a Mike linebacker build, which the Dallas Cowboys need. He needs to learn how to attack blocks better, but he makes some open field tackles, which is pretty solid, right? Especially for a Mike linebacker build, and and the need for a Mike linebacker, right? He needs to shed better. I've seen him scrape and make tackles versus Minnesota. He gets pressure when blitzing up the middle. He does have strong hands. When I did see him take on the block, he got off. He just didn't finish the play, but he got but he got a little piece, but he didn't finish the play. Right? He's not a bad athlete, but he ain't the best athlete. He ain't like the UCLA cat. That's for sure. He does attempt to fight through the trash. I say he's a 4-3 Mike. He doesn't get a lot of depth though in his drops, right? So he may be one of them short to medium type droppers, right? Just a little something seam, hook curls, what I'm saying? Nothing deep, right? Nothing for him to carry a tight end or a running back a little deep. I don't think he can do that from what I've seen so far. But how he can drop is good enough. I can tell you that. It's good enough. Right. His eyes is solid. If someone can fix his hands, he could be a starter at Mike linebacker. I like him in the run game. He's solid in the run game. He got a nose for the football. He not small, and he looks like he can add another 10. He probably could play Mike at 240 something. So yeah, if I had to give you a comparison, maybe like a Nick Bolton. And y'all know the Dallas Cowboys, man, need them a Nick Bolton type. I like Kobe King though. I ain't gonna lie to you. He grew on me when I was watching him. Smell Mondin, if I'm saying his name right. The Georgia linebacker, 6'2", 224. He light. He needs the weight room. We're running after the football versus Bama. It seemed like he ain't want no smoke. Y'all know I don't like that. It seemed like he ain't want no smoke. He does be out of position and his run fits at times, especially sometimes when I've seen him on the edge. He hustles on blitzes, but when it comes out to running to the football, he don't have that same hustle, which seemed kind of selfish to me and soft at times, right? I seen when he did drop, he was able to drop solid. He's more of a weak side linebacker to me after what I've seen. From what I've seen in regards to him being in that rotation, he seemed more like a special teams / rotational linebacker to me. I don't really see no why somebody will make him a starter in the future, unless they're trying to go ahead or go off his athletic traits or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Barrett Carter, 6 foot 231, Clemson, versus Louisville. I liked how he caught and carried the wide receiver in the red zone. Good coverage. He was able to have the quarterback hold the ball. I think that's the best asset of his game. Aspect of his game is coverage, but he does come downhill when he sees it. He's more of like a Sam, maybe a Mike, but I think he'd be more of a Sam type player. Uh, he missed a tackle in the hole versus Georgia. He needs to disengage better. He gets held by the fake too long at the mesh points. He's an okay linebacker that'll probably be in position. Ain't nothing spectacular about him, but he's just one of the ones that'll be in position. Okay, right? Special teams, depth linebacker. Uh, I seen one time though he carried the wide receiver across the middle. That was pretty solid though of him though, right? Not too many linebackers that's coming out really like that really does that. You know what I mean? Too much. So that was pretty solid though. Uh, I like how he sits in the passing lanes. Um, being like I said, being in position in today's game is not a knock because a lot of these linebackers are not in position. So I mean, even though I'm calling him a dead linebacker, if he stays and continue to put himself in position, that might mess around and have you in the rotation. To be honest with you, yeah, he like a solid athlete, right? Probably like slightly above. Like I said, good in coverage. Probably his best aspect of his game. Uh, he hops too much around. He skips too much. Skip to my loop. He skips too much for me. But from the linebackers that I've seen, who I'll give you for my 5 is the UCLA linebacker Carson. Number 2 will be Kobe King. Number 3 will be Jahad Campbell. Number 4 will be Demetrius Knight, and number 5 will be Barrett Carter. So that is my presentation for the linebackers. Y'all bear with me. Give me about another minute, and I will be back to talk to y'all about the safeties. All right, y'all.